She's killed 63 people, built an empire worth $14 billion, controls half of Tokyo's underground, and in 27 years of life, Yuki Takahashi has never smiled. Not once. But tonight, she's on her knees in a cheap apartment in Shibuya, tears running down her face, begging a broke street artist to stay. And he's packing his bag, saying no. By the end of this story, you'll understand why the most powerful woman in Tokyo fell apart for a man who had nothing. And why did he walk away anyway? Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is leave. Real quick, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is exploding because viewers like you share these stories. Drop your country in the comments. The last video had 71 countries. Let's hit 100. Now let me tell you about the woman who never smiled and the man who was the first person to ever tell her no. Yuki Takahashi. I'm 27 years old, 5'4". Looks like she should be in a fashion magazine. Instead, she's on every law enforcement watch list in Asia. Her father built the Takahashi Syndicate, one of Tokyo's oldest Yakuza families. When she was 16, a rival gang murdered her parents in front of her. Shot them both. Left her alive on purpose. I wanted her to suffer. Instead, she took over. At 16 years old, Yuki inherited an empire built on blood. Most of the old guard thought she'd be easy to control. A traumatized teenage girl. They could manipulate her, use her. They were wrong. In her first year, Yuki eliminated 19 people who tried to overthrow her, including her father's brother. By year 2, she'd doubled the syndicate's territory. By year 3, the Japanese police had opened 17 investigations. Never convicted her. She's too smart, too careful. But here's what everyone knows about Yuki Takahashi. She's never smiled, not at meetings, not at celebrations, not even when she wins. Her face is carved from ice. They call her the Frozen Dragon. 27 years old, and nobody's ever seen her happy. Until she meets Marcus. Marcus Chen. I'm 29 years old, born in San Francisco to Chinese and Filipino parents. I moved to Tokyo 3 years ago, chasing a dream that never happened. He wanted to be a famous artist, paintings in galleries, recognition, success. Instead, he's a street artist in Harajuku, drawing portraits for tourists. Makes about $30 a day. I live in a shoebox apartment in Shibuya that costs $1,500 a month. Eats convenience store food, wears the same 5 shirts. But Marcus is happy, genuinely happy. He paints murals on legal walls at night, creates art because he loves it, not for money. Talk to strangers, make friends everywhere. He's the opposite of success by Tokyo's standards, and he's about to collide with Yuki Takahashi in the worst possible way. It's a Friday night. Marcus is painting a mural in Shibuya. Legal wall. He got permission from the building owner. It's a massive piece, a dragon made of cherry blossoms. Beautiful, detailed. Been working on it for 3 weeks. He's almost finished when 3 black cars pull up. Marcus doesn't notice at first. He's in the zone, music in his earbuds, brush moving. Then someone taps his shoulder. He turns around, 6 men in suits, expensive suits, the kind that screams money and danger. And 1 woman, Yuki Takahashi, though Marcus doesn't know who she is yet. He just sees a beautiful woman in an expensive black dress, hair perfectly straight, makeup perfect, face completely emotionless. One of the men speaks in Japanese. Marcus's Japanese is decent after 3 years, but the man talks fast. Something about the wall, something about permission. I have permission, Marcus says in Japanese. The owner said I could paint here. The man switches to English. This building belongs to the Takahashi family. Your permission is invalid. Marcus's stomach drops. Takahashi. He's heard that name. Everyone in Tokyo has heard that name. I didn't know, Marcus says quickly. The owner told me. The owner doesn't own this building anymore, the man interrupts. We do. As of 3 days ago. Marcus looks at his mural. 3 weeks of work. Almost finished. Can I just finish? One more night, then I'll never come back. No, the man says flatly. You'll paint over it. Now. White paint. Make it blank. Marcus's heart breaks a little. This mural is the best thing he's painted in months. Please, it's almost done. Just let me finish. Paint over it or we'll remove you. That's when Yuki speaks for the first time. Her voice is cold, sharp. Show me what you were painting. Marcus steps aside. She walks closer to the wall, studies the dragon made of cherry blossoms. Her face shows nothing, absolutely nothing. For 30 seconds, she just stares. Then she says in perfect English, "Who taught you to paint like this?" Nobody, Marcus admits. I'm self-taught. The technique is traditional Japanese, but the style is Western. How? I studied traditional Japanese art online. I tried to blend it with what I knew. I wanted to show respect to the culture while bringing something new. Yuki turns to look at him. Really look at him. Her eyes are dark, unreadable. You're American. American-born. My parents are Chinese and Filipino, but I love Japan. I love art, the culture, everything. Yuki looks back at the mural. It's beautiful. Marcus's breath catches. That's the first compliment he's gotten on his art in months. But it's on my wall, Yuki continues, without my permission. I didn't know it was your wall, Marcus says. I swear, I would never... Finish it, Yuki interrupts. Everyone freezes. The suited men look shocked. Boss? One of them says in Japanese. He spent 3 weeks on this, Yuki says, still looking at the wall. Let him finish. One more night. Then it stays. But boss, protocol, did I stutter? Yuki turns to her men. Her voice drops several degrees. He finishes the mural. It stays. Anyone who has a problem with that can speak now. Nobody speaks. Yuki looks back at Marcus. What's your name? Marcus. Marcus Chen. You have until sunrise, Marcus Chen. Make it perfect. She walks back to her car. Get in. The convoy drives away. Marcus stands there, shaking. He just met the head of a Yakuza family. She could have killed him, arrested him, destroyed his life. Instead, she called his art beautiful. Marcus works through the night, finishes the mural at 4:47 a.m. It's perfect. The dragon seems to move. The cherry blossoms seem to glow. He's packing up his supplies when the black cars return. Yuki gets out, still in expensive clothes. She looks like she hasn't slept. She walks up to the wall, stare at the finished piece. It's better than I thought it would be, she says. Thank you, Marcus says. He's exhausted, covered in paint, but proud. How much do you make doing this? Yuki asks. Street portraits, about $30 a day, sometimes more. Depends on tourists. That's not enough to live in Tokyo. I know, Marcus admits. I'm usually late on rent. I eat konbini food every day. But I'm doing what I love, so it's okay. Yuki looks at him like he's speaking a foreign language. You're poor, but happy. Is that weird? Yes, Yuki says bluntly. Most people who are poor are miserable. Most people who are rich are miserable too, Marcus points out. Money doesn't create happiness. It just creates different problems. Yuki's expression doesn't change, but something flickers in her eyes. You believe that? I know that, Marcus says. I've met rich people who are dead inside. I've met homeless people who laugh every day. Happiness is a choice, not a bank account. Yuki is quiet for a long moment. Then, I want to hire you. Marcus blinks. For what? I'm opening a new hotel in Roppongi, 5-star luxury. I want murals in the lobby, 8 walls. Your style. Traditional Japanese blended with modern Japanese. I'll pay you 10 million yen. Marcus's brain stutters. 10 million yen is about $75,000. That's more than he's made in 3 years combined. That's too much, Marcus says automatically. It's the market rate for the quality I want, Yuki corrects. Do you accept? Marcus should say yes. He needs the money desperately, but something about this woman makes him nervous. The coldness, the power, the danger radiating off her. Can I think about it? He asks. Yuki's eyebrow raises slightly. People don't usually think about it when I make an offer. I'm not most people, Marcus says. For the first time, something almost like interest crosses Yuki's face. No, you're not. She pulls out a business card. Hand it to him. You have 24 hours. Call me with your answer. She walks back to her car. Pauses. Look back. Marcus Chen. That mural is the first beautiful thing I've seen in years. Thank you for that. Then she's gone. Marcus stands there holding a business card for the head of a Yakuza family, wondering what he just got himself into. Marcus spends the next 24 hours agonizing. He Googles Yuki Takahashi, find articles, police investigations, rumors. Everything about her is dangerous. But $75,000. He could pay off his debts, send money to his parents, stop eating cup noodles every day. He calls the number on the card. Yuki answers on the first ring. Marcus Chen, your answer? I'll do it, Marcus says, but I have conditions. You're negotiating with me? Yuki sounds amused, or maybe annoyed. Hard to tell. Just one condition, Marcus clarifies. I want complete creative freedom. You don't control what I paint. I'll make it appropriate for a hotel, but the art is mine. Agreed, Yuki says immediately. Start Monday, 9 a.m. My assistant will send you the address. Wait, that's it? You're not going to argue? Why would I argue? Yuki asks. I'm hiring you for your vision, not my own. Creative freedom is implied. Marcus is surprised. Most clients want control. I'm not like most clients, Yuki says. Monday. Don't be late. She hangs up. Marcus spends the weekend preparing, sketching ideas, planning compositions. Monday morning, he shows up at the hotel construction site at 8:45 a.m. Yuki is already there, talking to contractors in rapid Japanese. She's wearing a white suit today. Looks like she's about to close a business deal, not oversee art installation. She sees Marcus and walks over. You're early. I'm nervous, Marcus admits. This is the biggest project I've ever had. Don't be nervous, you're talented. Just do what you did on that wall in Shibuya. She shows him the lobby. 8 massive walls, all blank, all waiting. How long will you need? Yuki asks. For all 8? Maybe 6 weeks, if I work every day. Take 8 weeks, Yuki says. I want perfect, not fast. For the next 8 weeks, Marcus paints. Every day, 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours. He creates dragons and koi fish and cherry blossoms and mountains. He blends traditional Japanese art with modern street art techniques. He pours his soul into every wall, and every day Yuki comes to watch. Not for long, just 15, 20 minutes. She stands there silently. Watch him work, never speaks unless he asks her something. At first, Marcus finds it creepy. Then he gets used to it. Then he starts looking forward to it. Why do you come here every day? Marcus asks during week 3. To see the progress, Yuki says. You could just look at photos. Photos don't show the process, only the result. Marcus paints for a moment. Then, you like watching people work? I like watching you work, Yuki corrects. You look happy when you paint. It's interesting. You've never seen someone happy at their job? Not genuinely happy, Yuki says, Most people in my world work because they have to. You work because you want to. Don't you want to do your work? Marcus asks. Yuki is quiet for a long time. I inherited my work. I didn't choose it. You could quit. No, Yuki says sharply. I couldn't. When you're born into my world, you don't get choices. You get responsibilities. Marcus stops painting, turns to look at her. That sounds lonely. It is, Yuki admits, and for just a second her mask slips. She looks tired, sad, humans. Then the mask is back. Keep painting. You're behind schedule. I thought you said I had 8 weeks. I did, I'm just... Yuki pauses, eager to see the finished product. She leaves. Marcus stares after her. Something is happening here, something neither of them is addressing. Week 5. Marcus is working late, past midnight. The hotel is empty except for security. He's doing detailed work on the final wall when he hears footsteps. Yuki appears in the lobby. She's not in a suit tonight, just dark pants and a simple shirt. Hair down, no makeup. She looks younger, more vulnerable. I couldn't sleep, she says. I thought I'd check on progress. At 1 a.m., Marcus raises an eyebrow. I don't sleep much, Yuki admits. Haven't slept well since I was 16. Since your parents died, Marcus says quietly. He researched her. I know her story. Yuki's expression hardens. You looked me up. You're paying me $75,000. Of course I looked you up. And you still took the job. You called my art beautiful, Marcus says simply. That meant something to me. Yuki walks closer, studies the wall he's working on. Why do you paint? Because I have to, Marcus says. It's like breathing. If I don't create something, I feel like I'm drowning. I don't understand that feeling, Yuki says. I've never had to do anything except survive. What would you do if you didn't have to survive? Marcus asks. If you could do anything in the world with no responsibilities, what would you choose? Yuki thinks for a long moment. I don't know. Nobody's ever asked me that. Then think about it, Marcus says. Everyone should have something they do just because it makes them happy. Happiness isn't a priority in my life, Yuki says. Maybe it should be, Marcus counters. Yuki looks at him. Really look at him. You're very idealistic. You're very cynical, Marcus shoots back. I've earned my cynicism. And I've earned my idealism, Marcus says. I've been broke and struggling for 3 years. I could be bitter. Instead, I choose to find joy where I can. How? Yuki asks, and she sounds genuinely curious. How do you choose joy when everything is hard? Marcus puts down his brush. Can I show you something? He leads her outside. They walk through Roppongi at 1:30 a.m., stop at a 24-hour convenience store. Marcus buys 2 cheap ice creams, hands one to Yuki. Ice cream? Yuki looks at it like it's a foreign object. Just try it, Marcus says. They sit on the curb outside the store, eating ice cream. Yuki takes a small bite, then another. This is good, she says, sounding surprised. It's 98 yen, Marcus says. Less than $1, but it's delicious. That's joy, finding something simple and appreciating it. Yuki eats her ice cream slowly. I can't remember the last time I ate something just because I wanted to. Everything is business dinners or formal events. That's sad, Marcus says honestly. That's my life, Yuki corrects. They sit in silence. Tokyo traffic passes by. Neon lights reflect off puddles from earlier rain. Marcus, Yuki says quietly, can I ask you something? Sure. Why aren't you afraid of me? She looks at him. Everyone is afraid of me, even my own people. But you talk to me like I'm normal. Because you are normal, Marcus says. You're just a person who's been hurt and built walls to protect yourself. I get that. I've killed people, Yuki says bluntly. I know. And that doesn't scare you? Marcus is quiet for a moment. It does. But I also see someone who inherited trauma and did what she had to do to survive. That doesn't make it right, but it makes you human. Yuki's hand trembles slightly. Nobody's ever called me human before. Then everyone else is an idiot, Marcus says. And then it happens. The impossible. Yuki Takahashi smiles. Just a small smile, barely there. But it's real, genuine. Marcus stares. You're smiling. Yuki touches her face like she's surprised. I am. First time in how many years? 11 years, Yuki whispers, since before my parents died. It looks good on you, Marcus says softly. Yuki's smile fades. It's dangerous, smiling, showing happiness. It makes you vulnerable. Everyone's vulnerable, Marcus says. You just hide it better than most. They sit there for another hour, talking about art, about life, about everything and nothing. When they finally walk back to the hotel, something has shifted between them. Week 7. Marcus finishes the 7th wall. One more to go. But he's been slower this week. The work is perfect, but he's taking his time, because once he finishes, he has no reason to see Yuki every day. And he's realized something terrifying. He looks forward to seeing her. This cold, dangerous woman who's opened up to him, who smiles now sometimes, small smiles, rare, but real. She's also realized the same thing. Why are you going slower? Yuki asks one afternoon. I'm not, Marcus lies. You are. You finished the first 3 walls faster than these last 4. Marcus sighs. I don't want this to end. The project. Seeing you, Marcus admits. Once I finish, we have no reason to meet. Yuki is quiet. Then, I've been thinking about that too. Yeah? Marcus, Yuki says carefully, I need to tell you something, and I need you to listen without interrupting. Okay. These 7 weeks have been the happiest I've been in 11 years, Yuki says. Her voice is steady, but her hands are shaking. You make me feel human. You make me feel seen. You make me want to be better than what I am. And I'm terrified of what that means. Marcus's heart is pounding. I'm falling for you, Yuki continues. I'm falling for a broke street artist who eats convenience store food and paints because he loves it. And that's the most dangerous thing that's ever happened to me. Because if I care about you, you become a target. Every enemy I have will try to use you against me. Yuki, I'm not finished, she interrupts. I need you to understand something. My world destroys everything good. Everyone I've cared about has died or betrayed me. If you get close to me, you will get hurt, probably killed. And I can't. Her voice cracks. I can't watch another person I care about die. Marcus stands up, walks to where she's standing, takes her hands. I'm falling for you too, he says quietly. I've been fighting it for weeks. Because you're right. This is dangerous. Your world is dangerous. But I've never met anyone like you. You're strong and broken and beautiful and terrifying. And when you smile, it's like the sun coming out after years of rain. Yuki's eyes fill with tears. You should run. You should finish this wall and leave Tokyo and never look back. Is that what you want? Marcus asks. No, Yuki whispers. I want you to stay. I want you to be in my life. I want to learn how to be happy, but I can't ask you to risk your life for that. You're not asking, Marcus says. I'm choosing. He kisses her. Soft, gentle, like she's something precious that might break. Yuki kisses him back. Desperate, like she's drowning and he's air. When they pull apart, tears are streaming down her face. You don't know what you're agreeing to. Then teach me, Marcus says. I'm a fast learner. For 2 months they try to make it work. Marcus finishes the hotel, moves into a better apartment that Yuki helps him afford, starts getting commissions for his art. Real commissions, gallery interest. Yuki smiles more, laughs sometimes, holds his hand in private, shows him parts of herself nobody else has ever seen. But the danger is real. 3 times, rival gangs try to use Marcus to get to Yuki. Once, someone follows him home. Once, someone leaves a threatening note on his door. Once, someone actually tries to grab him off the street. Yuki's security stops it, but it's close. Marcus starts having nightmares, stops sleeping well, jumps at sudden noises. "You're scared," Yuki observes one night in her apartment. "I'm terrified," Marcus admits, "but I'm also happy. That's confusing." "You shouldn't have to live in fear to be happy," Yuki says quietly. "Neither should you," Marcus counters, "but you do." "I was born into this. You weren't." Marcus takes her hand. "I chose this. I choose you." But it's getting harder. Marcus can't paint like he used to. Too anxious, too aware that someone might be watching, waiting. His art suffers, his joy suffers. Yuki sees it, hates herself for it. 4 months in, Marcus gets a gallery offer, a real one. Gallery space in San Francisco for a solo show. 3 months, all expenses paid. $25,000 advance. It's everything he's dreamed of. "You should go," Yuki says when he tells her. "I don't want to leave you for 3 months, Marcus says. "It's not 3 months, Yuki says quietly. "It's permanent." Marcus freezes. "What?" "You're dying here, Marcus, slowly. The fear is killing your art, killing your joy. I watch you jump in the shadows. I watch you force smiles. This isn't living." "I'm fine." "You're not," Yuki interrupts. "You're surviving, just like I am, and I won't do that to you. I won't turn you into another broken person in my broken world." "You're not broken," Marcus says desperately. "Yes, I am," Yuki says, and she's crying now, really crying. "I'm 27 years old, and I've forgotten how to be human except when you're here. And that's not fair to you. You shouldn't have to teach someone how to be a person." "Yuki, please." "I'm letting you go," Yuki says firmly. "Take the gallery offer. Go to San Francisco. Go back to your normal life. Paint. Be happy. Find someone who doesn't come with a target on their back." "I don't want someone else," Marcus says. "I want you." "You want who I could be," Yuki corrects. "In a different life, in a different world. But this is the world we have. And in this world I will get you killed." Marcus pulls her close. "I'm not afraid of dying." "I'm afraid of losing you," Yuki whispers against his chest. "I'm afraid of watching another person I love die because of me. Please, Marcus, please go. Let me have one good memory that doesn't end in blood." "Come with me," Marcus says desperately. "Leave Tokyo. Leave all of this. We can start over in San Francisco." "I can't leave," Yuki says. "I have responsibilities. People depend on me. If I leave, everything my parents built will fall apart. People will die." "Then I'll stay," Marcus says. "No." Yuki pulls back. Look at him with red, swollen eyes. "No, you won't. Because I'm not asking you to go, I'm telling you. You're taking that gallery offer. You're leaving Tokyo, and you're not coming back." "You can't make me leave." "Yes, I can," Yuki says. And her voice goes cold. "Dangerous. The Mafia boss returning. I can make your life impossible here. I can cancel your visa. I can blacklist you from every art space in Asia. I can make sure you never work again." Marcus stares at her. "You wouldn't." "I would," Yuki says. "To save your life, I absolutely would." "So that's it?" Marcus's voice breaks. "You're just going to threaten me into leaving?" "I'm protecting you the only way I know how," Yuki says. They stare at each other. 2 people who love each other completely, impossibly, knowing they can't make it work. "I hate this," Marcus whispers. "So do I," Yuki says. 2 weeks later, Marcus is in his apartment packing. The flight to San Francisco leaves tomorrow. He's numb, hollow. There's a knock on his door. It's Yuki. She looks terrible, like she hasn't slept in days. Hair down, no makeup, wearing jeans and a t-shirt. He's never seen her look so human. "I came to say goodbye," she says. "You already said goodbye," Marcus says bitterly, "when you threatened to ruin my life if I stayed." "I know." Yuki steps inside, closes the door. "I know, and I meant it, but I also needed to see you one more time." "Why? To twist the knife?" "To beg you to stay," Yuki says. Marcus freezes. "What?" And then it happens. Yuki Takahashi, the woman who never kneels for anyone, gets down on her knees on Marcus's apartment floor. "Please stay," she says. Tears stream down her face. "Please, I know it's dangerous. I know it's selfish. But I can't do this without you. I can't go back to being who I was before. Please, Marcus, stay with me." Marcus stares at her. The most powerful woman in Tokyo, on her knees, begging. Every part of him wants to say yes, but he thinks about the nightmares, the fear, the way his art has died, the way he jumps at shadows. He thinks about his parents back in San Francisco who worry about him, about his dreams of a gallery show, about painting without fear. He kneels down so they're eye level, takes her face in his hands. "I love you," he says. "I love you more than I've ever loved anyone. But I can't stay, not because I don't want to, but because if I stay I'll lose myself, and then I'll resent you, and our love will turn bitter, and I can't do that to us. I'm losing you anyway," Yuki sobs. "No," Marcus says, "you're setting me free, just like I'm setting you free. Maybe in another life, in another world, we make this work, but in this life we have to let each other go." "I don't know how to do this without you," Yuki whispers. "Yes, you do," Marcus says. "You're the strongest person I've ever met. You'll survive this. And maybe someday, when you're ready to leave your world behind, you'll find me. And we'll try again. What if that day never comes? Then we'll have these 4 months," Marcus says. "We'll have late-night ice cream and hotel murals and the memory of you smiling. That's more than most people get." They hold each other on the floor of his apartment, crying, both of them, for what they have, for what they're losing. "Goodbye, Yuki," Marcus says. "Goodbye, Marcus," Yuki whispers. She leaves. Don't look back. Can't. Marcus finishes packing through tears. 1 year later, Marcus is in San Francisco. His gallery show was a massive success. He's gotten commissions, recognition, money, everything he dreamed of. He's also miserable. He paints, creates beautiful work, but there's a sadness to everything he makes. A longing. He dates. I meet nice people, but nobody makes him feel like Yuki did. One night he's at his studio late, working on a new piece, a dragon made of cherry blossoms, just like the mural that started everything. His phone rings. Unknown number. International. He answers. "Hello?" "Marcus." Yuki's voice, steady but soft. His heart stops. "Yuki, I'm in San Francisco," she says. "I left Tokyo 3 days ago. I walked away from everything. The syndicate, the power, all of it." "You left." Marcus can barely breathe. "You said maybe someday I'd be ready," Yuki says. "Today is someday, if you'll still have me." Marcus drops his brush. "Where are you?" She gives him an address. A hotel downtown. He's there in 15 minutes. Take the elevator to the 10th floor. Knocks on room 1047. Yuki opens the door. She looks different. Hair shorter. Wearing casual clothes. Smiling. Actually smiling. "Hi," she says. "Hi," Marcus says. "I have no money," Yuki admits. "I left everything behind. I'm starting over completely. I don't know how to be normal. I'll probably mess this up 100 times, but I want to try. If you want to try. Marcus pulls her into his arms, kisses her hard. I've been waiting for you, he says against her lips. I'm sorry it took so long, Yuki whispers. You're worth the wait, Marcus says. They stand in that hotel doorway, two broken people who found each other, lost each other, found each other again. And this time Yuki doesn't have to beg him to stay, because Marcus is already home. If you made it this far, you're incredible. Smash that subscribe button, hit like, and comment telling me, would you walk away from the love of your life to save them? Or would you stay and fight? Sometimes the bravest thing is saying no, but sometimes love finds a way back. See you in the next story.